trillion market and is critical to American workers, it's critical to American business, and it's critical to American savers who have a lot of that money in money market funds. So we heard loud and clear there were liquidity issues. This is very significant and will create, I don't think we'll need to use it all, but we have the ability to have the Fed purchase up to $1 trillion of commercial paper as needed.
The CEOs of a number of our companies, okay, and told them to my concerns, okay, companies we're closest to, and to not stop the buyback programs, to husband resources, to draw down their credit lines, because hell is coming, okay. And I felt, it's really, I've never had this experience before in my life. The closest I had was the financial crisis, where I'm saying, things are coming, bad stuff's coming. But this was a feeling like I've never had. Like there's a tsunami coming, right? The tsunami's coming in, you feel it in the air, right? The tide starts to roll out, okay? And on the beach, people are playing and having fun like there's nothing going on. And then having fun like there's nothing going on. And that is the feeling I've had for the last 2 months, okay? And my colleagues at work, okay, thought I was a lunatic, okay? A lunatic. Okay, I did stuff I've never done before. I've never had more than like $200 in my wallet, okay? I went to the bank and I took out a large amount of money in cash because of this concern. I made preparations. This is a month ago, okay, more than a month ago. And again, it's all irrelevant what's happened in the past. I just think the bottom line is it's a really simple answer. I'm very confident the White House is considering it, but what's scaring the American people and corporate America is the gradual rollout, okay, of what's going on. Look, it happens to be spring break, but it's kind of analogous. The Chinese had their lunar, holiday, right? And so the government just extended it, okay? Well, it's spring break now. A lot of people are going to take these 2 weeks off anyway. So extend it for a month at home, okay? How hard is that? Compare that to going to war, right? Compare that to getting on, one of those boats, and storming the beach. It's nothing. It's not a sacrifice, okay? It's easy. It's simple. And by the way, the moment the president goes on TV and says, this is what we're doing, the stock market will take off.
He likens it to a tsunami when you get that big drawback that happens and you can't see the big wave coming because it's building, but it draws back the water from the shore, and then all of a sudden, boom, and it's on top of you, and it's too late to run away. I got to be honest, you know, I don't say any of this to be an alarmist. All of this stuff is happening. Absolutely every bit of this stuff is happening. So it is pertinent now. We cannot avoid it. It is a conversation that is absolutely in the forefront, and there's no putting it on the back burner. It is crossing paths with the digital asset world. There's no question. No question about it.
Created significant stability in the market today. The third thing is the president and I worked on a very significant economic stimulus plan. Thank you for being available last night and throughout this morning, and I will be presenting that to the Republicans in the Senate this morning and also discussing that with the House. We look forward to having bipartisan support. We're now working with the Senate to pass this legislation very quickly.
When you say a stimulus package for American workers, do you mean direct payments to Americans, or are you talking about a payroll tax holiday?
Money over the next 6 to 8 months. We're looking at sending checks to Americans immediately. And what we've heard from hardworking Americans, many companies have now shut down, whether it's bars or restaurants. Americans need cash now, and the president wants to get cash now. And I mean now, in the next 2 weeks.
How much?
I will be previewing that with the Republicans. There's some numbers out there. They may be a little bit bigger than what's in the press.
Go ahead, please. John, can you tell how would the mechanics of this work? I mean, we've been talking about a payroll tax holiday. Some $500 billion worth was floated to me today. So how would this idea of sending people a check work? Would that be sort of an advance on what they would pay in payroll tax?
Again, we want to make sure Americans get money in their pockets quickly. We want to make sure small business owners have access to funds. We want to make sure that hotels, airlines, we have an entire package. We'll be laying out those details later today.
A lot of the backlash on globalization today, it's not because globalization is bad, it's essential. It's that it's incomplete because globalization needs kind of three key systems to be working together. and it needs interoperability in data. Check that one. We've had that since the internet IP, 25 years now. You need interoperability in goods. We've had that since the 50s with a shipping container. We've talked about shipping. We love shipping containers.
We're going to come back to that.
That was key. But you don't have it yet in money. And you need data, goods, and money to all be globally operating. And that's coming. So that's the profound thing.
It got some attention, but I particularly am very excited about is we added the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority, the Central Bank of Saudi Arabia, as a customer of Ripple's. And they joined Bank of England as a customer, as a central bank engaging with us. And that also has really great secondary and tertiary impacts in working with the ecosystem throughout the Middle East. And so
it's more than a stamp of approval. They've got the connections on the rails there in the Middle East.
Right, and they see that we're moving from an analog to digital nature in terms of cross-border payment flows. And they obviously leaned in and joined with us.
Imagine a scenario where those 50 billion internet-connected things, devices, whatever we want to call them, literally now have bank accounts and can be customers of banks. You could argue that billions of new customers will be coming online to the players in the finance stream. It's all about adopting this new technology, keeping up with change, and then reaping the benefits from it.
Look, we have 4 or 5 ways we can do it, 4 ways in particular. I think there's a 5th possibility, but there are some very good ways of getting the money out and getting it out quickly. Payroll tax is one way, but it does come over a period of months, many months, and we want to do something much faster than that. So I think we have ways of getting money out pretty quickly and very accurately. Okay?
I really wish I could answer that, but I'm under a non-disclosure agreement with PolySign, and because they're in stealth mode right now, I don't know what I'm allowed to tell you. I can tell you that they're in the custody business, and of course I can tell you that they're doing it like an amazing way, that Arthur and I are behind this, we're the lead guys on the technology, and obviously like we think we're doing it right, but unfortunately I don't know what. I really wish I could tell you because it's so freaking cool. I'm busting with wanting to tell people what we did, and they're like, oh no, we're still in stealth mode, it's still non-disclosure, so unfortunately I cannot answer that.
Child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. hold on tight, it'll be alright. All your life you've tried to be a good man inside, did everything that you thought you should. Didn't seem to do you any good. I know you've tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. I know you tried so